All right. This is your man, Sir-Earl, coming to you once again. Uh, Podcast number 150. Moving along really, really good. The stuff is flying. Monday evening, um, I am definitely more earlier than I was last week. Last week I got it up on Tuesday. So Monday evening is pretty good. Which is still late though. I like to have it up Friday or Saturday. But we just, like I said, I don't even want to bore y'all with the details of how busy we've been. Um, in the midst of putting out some clothing lines and finishing up Ratio 1 to 1 and next level fitness and doing the things that uh, doing what we do. All right, so just trying to handle and juggle everything, get everything in. Um, Getting it up this evening. What I wanted to talk about today was personal training. It's a personal trainer. It's a profession that I've been involved in for a very long time, a little over 30 years. And um, what I see in what's going on in this fitness industry, what I see, it actually disappoints the hell out of me. Um, you have a time in this is the time in history that I've never seen before, whereas there's so many people that are so health conscious. People want to work out, people want to stay in shape, people want to be healthy. Um, the problem that I have with it is that you have a bunch of schmucks who they call themselves trainers. And I think if I know 1,000 trainers, let's say 100 trainers, I only probably know two or three worth of money, and two is here, me and Chie. The other is Cornell, who trains the Obamas, Michelle and Barack, um, who taught me what personal training was all about. I used to work for him. Um, so those are the three that I think that are really worth the money. And people would say, okay, well, what? Why? And it's like some of my pet peeves about training is the one biggest thing that most trainers don't understand. Well, one of the things they don't understand: everybody that picks up a weight, everybody that works out, think they could be a trainer. Most do it because they think it's easy, extra money, um, which is the furthest thing from the truth. People are placing their hopes, dreams, and goals in your hands, and you don't put the importance of what they're trying to achieve and what they're sacrificing to pay for it. You just think it's an easy buck, and hey, do this exercise, do that exercise, which most trainers today they have a very limited knowledge. Um, they give them, the basics, and some people like I've seen ladies. We have a lady here now. They had two hip replacements that was with another trainer before she came to us, and one of the things he had her doing was deadlifting, which I don't believe any woman should be deadlifting, and especially this woman has two replaced hips, and that's a main muscle that's used in deadlifting. So that shows you that that particular trainer is an idiot. You have to take into account people's needs. Um, Most people come into a gym and or a personal training studio, and their thing is, I want to get in shape. What you find out when you really dive deep into it, that usually that's not the main reason people work out. Yes, everybody wants to look better and feel better, but generally, like you, you have to psychoanalyze things. Okay, more than you got to go deeper than just they want to get in shape, they want to lose some weight. Everybody comes through, that's what they believe. But a lot of times, especially I found with our women clients, and we have 85% women clients, um, yeah, they want to get in shape, but mainly, if you think about it, women want time for themselves. When you're a wife, a mother, and all those things, you never get any time to yourself. You can't even take a shit in the bathroom without one of your kids beating on the door, talking about, "Hey, mommy, mommy, let me in, let me in." They come here, they have time to themselves. It's just about them, and they find that to be way more rewarding than just working out. Um, it's time for themselves. They're not catering to kids. They're not catering to husbands. They're not catering to a job. They're just in here with other women, laughing, talking, joking. Most of them don't even want to leave. We got to damn them put them out. Um, the most people, honestly, it's their second. Usually, getting in shape, they think it's their first priority. It's usually not. Usually, there's underlying items, either they're on medication, um, heart medication, diabetes, or whatever, and they want to get off that. Um, I had a guy. This guy um, had the biggest stomach you ever want to see in your life. Okay, but his goal was not to look like he did when he was 20. Okay, which you couldn't do anyway. So you can't get him in and well, we're gonna make you in shape. His biggest goal that I found out, yes, he wanted to be in a little bit better shape, a little bit better stamina and energy, but he had really bad shoulder from playing tennis for years. So we strengthened up his shoulder, and it brought back the tennis that he is proud of. And that was a happy guy. He stayed with us for years until he moved, because the importance was not losing weights. The importance was my tennis game got better. I don't have hurting shoulders anymore because those were corrected. So a lot of times you get trainers, they're more stuck on themselves. Um, I have a problem with a trainer putting his picture on the card. I have a problem with trainers that walk around in tight tank tops and shorts. Why? It's not about you. Uh, and a lot of trainers, because they physically probably look better than the people that they're training, they think it's about them. It's not about you. It's about that client that's coming to you. I always look at it like this: clients come to me, and we're not cheap. We ain't one of them $20 an hour trainers. That's not who we are. Our value is much more. We get about $50 an hour. Um, so people that come to us, regardless of what they do, as far as owners, high level managers, or whatever, they make good money. But any amount of money that you give to us is a sacrifice. Okay, you're choosing to not do something to give your money to us in hopes that we're going to continue to give you the quality training and the great atmosphere that we've been giving you. So I've owned my own studio for 25 years, and everybody that comes to the front counter and they pay, whether it's one session, 10, 50. I'm humbled every time someone pays, because it meant they chose to make a sacrifice to support ratio 1 to 1. So when they do that, I believe that it is my obligation to give everything that I can. You made an investment in me. I'm going to show you that that was a great investment. To sacrifice what you did to give to ratio 1 to 1. So for so many years, it's never been about me. My trainers, they know, my philosophy, it's not about you. These clients are coming in here and they're giving an effort, they're giving a sacrifice, they're recommending people because they have seen satisfaction within what you did for them. So it's not about you. So many trainers think it's about them. Okay, well, I'm in shape. I'm helping you. You're not helping them. They're helping you. Okay, that's why most trainers have a job. Um, I've managed to, since the day that I decided I wanted to be a trainer and make my living from being a trainer, I've had the good fortune and the blessing to only have to do training. I mean, I've had my ups and downs, but I've never had to work another job. I stick with what I love. I try to get better at it. I try to provide a greater facility where the people feel more comfortable. Good equipment. I don't have a fucking battle rope and some cones and tell you to go at it. I mean, we have equipment. I've spent three, four, $500,000 worth of equipment. So um, we have enough that we could have 5 trainers in there, 7 trainers in there, and it's enough room for everybody, enough equipment for everybody. And so, our clients really appreciate that. So it hurts my heart to look around and see some trainers getting paid, making people do box jump and flip tire. What the fuck is flipping a tire going to do for you? Or it's working on your core. How do you know they need their core worked on? Probably not. But they don't have the knowledge to help them in the right way. Um, so they follow suit to what everybody else is doing, flipping tires, running cones, uh, all this nonsense. Um, Personal training is just that. It's one-on-one training. So if you're working with a trainer who says he's a personal trainer and he's trying to train 7, 8, 9, 10 people, he's not a personal trainer. He is really not. Personal training is one-on-one. You pay anything over the monthly membership, you pay more to have someone totally attentive and focused on you. Could you imagine going into a operating room and the doctor is trying to operate on 10 people at one time? You would not feel too comfortable about that. So I believe as a trainer that client that sets the appointment, make the payment, and come in deserves your undivided attention, not trying to spread it among 10 other people that's sitting there working out. Um, if they ask for little money, it's because they don't have much faith in themselves. I haven't been a $10, $15 an hour trainer in a very. I never was. I believe that my expertise and what I can bring to you is far more valuable than that. I can go to McDonald's and make $15 an hour. Um, so it's a very unrespected sport that I am hoping one day it starts to earn and get the respect that it deserves. In the fact that when you take on a client, you change people's lives. I mean, we've had people they were suicidal because they didn't like themselves. We've had people. We had one girl call us, and this was the cutest thing. She said, "Usually when I get on that plane, this was a couple weeks ago. Usually when I get on an airplane, I have to get a seatbelt extension because I was so big that a regular seatbelt wouldn't go around. So I had to get an extension." She called, GA was training her. She called GA from the plane, okay, and said, about to go on vacation, called her from the plane and said, for the first time in my life, I didn't have to get a seatbelt extension. Now, this is the lady that we're training. She wants to be a police officer. So we're training her for that. But can you imagine the joy and the way she felt that after years she don't have to get a seatbelt extension? That's how far her progress has become. Her weight has went down. Her stomach has went down. Um, she came in to join to be a police officer, but just that goal, that game of being able to do something that you have never done in your life. Um, personal training, you're here to change people's lives. You're here to become so intricate in their life that, you've been to funerals, you've been to births, you've been to weddings, you've been to all these things because you are a friend. You're not just a trainer, you are a friend. And the goal to me of any trainer should not be to just merely get you in shape. The goal should always be we are put in a position as really good trainers to change people's lives. People come to us, they share secrets with you that most don't share with their husband or wife. Because a lot of times when you don't feel good physically about yourself, you're very shiny and you don't share a lot. But once you start to feel better about yourself, start to accomplish things that you never accomplished before, you start to, that self-esteem goes up and up and up and up. And I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it the last 25 years that I've been in business, and it's the greatest part about what I do for a living is that I get to touch and change people's lives, not just lose a couple of pounds on the scale. I get to change people's lives. I get to make them feel better about themselves. We had one lady, her whole family were suicidal, and so was she, until she started really working out and feeling good and got below a weight that she had never got below. So her family ran into some financial situation. And her husband, they were sitting down figuring out, how they're going to work themselves out of this. Her husband told her, no matter what we don't pay, your China Chie will be paid further. You will not stop training. That's how important it is to some people, is that no matter what, the person that you have became since you've been going to shoot like climbing about 1 month, the person that you have became, better wife, better mother, all those things since you've been going there, we will not lose that. He told her, I don't care what we don't pay, but the training will be paid first. And that's like the biggest, most humbling compliment to me that you could ever pay anybody. What you do for that individual is that important that we're gonna cut some stuff, but that ain't gonna be one of them. It don't get no better than that to me. The compliment that is gets no better to me. So when you go out, I'm not saying you have to come to ratio 1-to-1. When you hire a trainer, make sure that trainer has your best interests at heart. Make sure that trainer is not walking around flexing in the mirror and paying more attention to themselves than they are to you. Make sure that trainer is not hitting on you, especially women or guys too, if they that kind of trainer. You're there to make a difference within yourself, and that person that you're paying is there to help you make a difference within yourself. If you have a trainer that doesn't work with you and change you as a person, leave that trainer and find someone that does. All right. So this is your man Sir-Earl, checking out of here. Talk to y'all next time. Peace and hair grease.